Today, um, I have some more to add to why black people can't unite. Um, Want to add a few more things uh, into it concerning why black people can't unite.
Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon.
Uh, One reason why black folks can't unite, or another reason, because there's so many reasons that I find that black people can't unite and probably won't unite. And this is one of the top reasons that black people can't unite, right? Um, in other words, it plays a very, very vital part into the progression of um, what you might say black unity. It's been a tool that our oppressor have always used against us as blacks. All right. It also works towards keeping us apart from unity. All right. And that is fear. Hmm? A little four-letter word called fear. Okay. Our oppressor have always instilled and implanted fear in the black community. All right. See, that was beating and killing. Everybody, not just blacks, okay, don't want to be beaten. Nobody likes an ass whipping. Nobody wants to be beat down or killed. Okay? See, because if I wanted to die right then, I'd kill myself. Okay, so nobody really wants to die other than the people that actually kills themselves. All the other people that died was killed by someone else. Okay? See, so our oppressors have always beaten us. They beat our ancestors in many cases. They beat many of them to death. All right. Or they'll beat you until you piss on yourself or shit on yourself. And that was funny to them. See, one of the greatest weapons against black people have been fear. Now, the things that you must do to keep a person afraid of you okay, is assault them, beat them up, kill them, abuse them. All right. Now they fear you. So certain things they're not going to do. In slavery, they didn't want no groups talking or gathering. Basically, they didn't really want that. And when church first started, there were white people sitting up in there monitoring the service. Oh, I don't want to make nobody mad here today. Okay, but we're talking about fear. How our oppressors, all right, have used fear to keep black people in check. So if you ever played chess, you have something called check. Okay? Our oppressors have always wanted to keep black people in check, and they use fear a lot to do that. Okay? That was the purpose of the Jim Crow law. That was the purpose of the Ku Klux Klan. All right? See, the Ku Klux Klansmen, all of them have, a lot of them have became law enforcement officers in various departments. Many of them became lawyers, doctors, and judges. They have a position of authority. Okay? See, they are in a group. Okay? Or in a club. See? So when they kill a black person, they're going to protect the killer. See, now that put fear in you because it shows that they can do that and not be held accountable, just like it was back in the days of slavery, in the 14th, 15th, 16th, the 17th, and the 1800s. See, so fear actually means continue to treat them like a slave, because the master, the slave master, could kill any slave, shoot him, whip him, do whatever they want to, even put him apart with horses, even feed the children, put them out there for gator bait. Okay, didn't care if the child got consumed or not, a bit. As long as they could kill that gator. They didn't care nothing about the child. They wanted that gator. That gator was worth more than a life. Okay. And it was justified by them. It was all right to do that because they were better than the people that they oppressed in their mind. Okay, that's how they felt. All right. So they used fear, even back in the day of slavery, to keep us at a certain level. All right. Any of the just all the stubborn black men were either killed, hung, executed, chopped the foot off. Okay, break them down, pull them apart, whip them almost to death till they defecated on themselves. All right. Paint tar all over their body, all over the face, all over their eyes. Just paint them with tar. Get some chicken feathers, huh? And sprinkle feathers all over the man. Just one of them men that buck. Okay, these were people that they had to cut down, like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. See, there were men that rose up before these men. Okay, this was the old slave that was buck. He was stubborn. He didn't want to be a slave. All right, so we're gonna have to make an example out of him. Well, that's why we're gonna whip him until he piss on himself. Then we're gonna tar him down and throw feathers on him. Then we're gonna tie one leg to a horse in that direction, facing that direction, and we're gonna tie the other leg to another horse facing that direction. All right, and then we're gonna set them feathers apart. We're gonna set those. We're gonna set them on fire first before we put them apart. All right, now you got them feathers on him, and we done got him tarred real good. He's gonna start burning. All right. The horse is gonna feel the heat, and so they're gonna want to move. See, in the other direction, so they're gonna pull him apart right in front of all the other slaves and say, now, anybody else want a buck? That's fear. See, and that's what he's doing today through law enforcement. Huh? Law enforcement was never really meant for black people. We need to understand that. All right? It was created for them. Basically. They just let us in it a little bit, but it's basically law was made for them against us. The law was actually made to protect us from harming them because they knew by the way they treated us all down through the years that we would have a little animosity towards them. So they had to build a law and an army to protect themselves from the people that they have oppressed. See, and if you continue to use fear on these people, all right, to make them, keep them scared, keep them from rising up. Every leader that they get, cut him down. All right. See, fear. They ain't gonna do nothing. They ain't gonna unite. They scared. And anybody try to unite them, we're gonna get rid of them. You know, or they can talk all they want to. But when the movement start, that's when we'll take action. So I mean, Martin Luther King had a movement going. All right, people were hitting the streets. Okay, there's other leaders out here, black leaders. I'm not gonna call their name. That they popular, but they don't really have a movement going. Ain't nobody really following them. They got a certain amount of followers, but that's about it. It ain't growing worldwide. See, so they ain't much of a threat because people may be listening, but they're not reacting. Government don't care if people listen; they listen. All right, they don't listen to me, but see, I don't have a movement going. See, so they look at me, but he ain't no threat. Let them talk, say what they want to say. Ain't nobody paying no attention. See, long folks don't pay no attention. They don't care what you say. Okay, see, but when a movement started, that's when they come in. They study, plant fear here and there. Okay, so a movement won't rise up. All right, we let these niggas know that we can still kill them and be justified for it, just like we did during the years of slavery. All right, we can still beat the hell out of them. All right, and be justified. All right, that inject fear because the victim, all right, don't have no recourse, basically. You know, and does that keep black people from uniting? Yeah, fear is very, very, very strong tool. When you're scared, that's a terrible feeling. I've been scared many times in my life, heart beating so fast, feel like it's gonna jump out of your chest. Huh? You can feel it. Okay? If you got a lot of times you got a heart condition and you get real um, afraid of something, you could have a heart attack. That's how much pressure fear have. It has a physical and a mental effect on people. Hmm? I've got a little puppy. I want to close with this. I've got a little puppy um, that was given to me. Cute little puppy. And when they first brought the puppy to me, The puppy was, and I held him. He was just, you could feel him trembling. He was scared. We just took him from his mom and his other sisters and brothers, and he was about 9 weeks old, maybe 9 or 10 weeks old, and but that travel over here, the puppy didn't know what to expect. He didn't know whether he was going to live or die, and he was just, you could feel him trembling. But I hold him in my arms, and I had to start rubbing and talking to him, just try to get him to calm down. Okay, because it was scared. You could feel the little heart just jump. Okay, because he was afraid. Fear. Okay, it's a powerful tool. Okay, when you're afraid of something, you ain't that anxious to buck it. I don't want to make nobody mad. Okay, see. So the oppressor have always used fear. All right, 50 years after Martin Luther King, they used fear back then doing against King. They killed him. They beat the people, sick the dogs on them, turned the high power water hose loose on them, locked them up, put them in jail, bombed the churches and a couple of houses. Fear. Huh? Fear changes attitudes. Fear causes emotions, certain type of behavior. See, I can slow your momentum down if I can instill fear in you. Okay, this is Bobby Collier representing the House of Common Sense. All right. Don't want to take up too much of your time. But that's one reason why, okay, and it's on the top shelf of why black folks can't unite. All right. You can't rise no higher than owning less than 1/2 of 1% of the total wealth in this country. Okay. Because of fear. Hmm? All right. That's probably why there was never another Wall Street, because of the fear of what would happen to it if we build it again. That's why did nobody really pick up the torch after Martin Luther King got killed, because of fear. That's why some of our senators and congressmen and governors and mayors, okay, don't do anything to help their people because of fear of losing their job. So they don't buck the system. Okay. Because when you buck the system that is so corrupted against your people, all right, you're going to suffer the consequence. All right. It may not be the rawhide whip like it used to be, but you probably lose that position. And they'll spread your name across the board, and you might not be able to find another job no time soon. Or if you find one, it won't be the kind of job that you want. See, so fear is on the top shelf and it hinders, or it helped hinder, the progression of black people. The oppressor still use fear. Y'all be blessed. Thanks for listening.